everybody.
Hello. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday indeed. We are here to talk about Last Ronin, the comic book that we've been discussing now for 2 months. I think we've been talking about, or if not longer. Mike's been pushing this one for a little bit, but we'll get to that in a little. Before we start our dive in that, I'll remind everyone there is still time to register for Sideshow's Fandom Rewind. This starts next week.
Next week.
That's here.
Baby.
August 20th through the 22nd. Register now at side.show/fandom rewind. $5 in Sideshow rewards and all of the inside info. We'll be celebrating the 80s and 90s, and boy, it's going to be busy.
Where'd summer go? I'm just curious.
God. Those days are gone.
We were discussing this yesterday. I was discussing it with Haley, and we both went, "Oh crap, that's next week."
Yeah. Someone has
weird.
to write something, and that time is growing thin, as usual.
Yeah, it turns
out. Screw you, Summer. I'm glad you're gone.
Felt. It already feels like fall here, which is exciting. We've already started buying Halloween decorations, so I am ready.
This would be 90 degrees tomorrow. 90 degrees tomorrow.
Mike, did you at least get all those lovely thunderstorms the other day that we did not get?
Briefly, like in the morning.
I was like, make my hay grass again. It did not.
Yes, hoodie and fall weather is that's my season. That's where I live.
I love living in sweatpants more than anything in the world.
And I think it's hard now because, like Jesse was saying, Haley and realizing this is next week. I think we're focusing so far ahead right now with everything else we're doing. We're in fall mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, because like I said, we've been shopping for Halloween decor, which we usually don't start this early. But yeah, we've all been already planning for the thing. So we're all in that mentality already that the thing it's here.
Did I already buy a new mug?
Yes. Social Network Day? Is that what we're talking about? Social Network Day?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That's the one that's got us. Of course. That and of course, Bestember also has us very excited.
I may have just spilled the beans on Social Network Day. Sorry.
Side.show/Bestember. Register for Bestember. Pop Culture's best voted by you September 17th through the 19th. I don't have anything for what Mike's talking about. I don't know what that is.
Do you actually not know?
I know the outline of it, and that's about it.
I heard it mentioned once.
Yeah,
there's something coming. There's something else coming that's not on any of these overlays, and it's not on anyone's radar, but it'll be here.
Just wait.
It could be fun.
There's always stuff.
Pumpkin spice creeping up behind us.
Spices now. I bought that creamer yesterday. As soon as I saw it in the store, I came home.
I haven't pumpkin spiced yet.
I didn't open it, but it's here. Also, I saw some amazing sparkly pumpkins that I want to put in the living room.
Nice. And
they can stay there from end of August through Christmas decorations.
Prepare now. That's a spectacular trick. Ugh. I was going to say, don't even say the spectacular word, but
notice how I didn't.
We've already discussed it several times this week.
Stock is created. It's fine. We're on it. It's happening.
It lives.
It does. Just like deals live. Every day, new deals. Side.show/daily deals. Check them out every day. Updated at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon p.m. Eastern. I think they just refreshed. Let me see.
They did. Yeah. Hey, nothing sold out yet today. Unlike yesterday.
Sorry about that.
No, I double checked everything. It was all available.
Then it worked. Got the Venom 6 scale Nightmare.
Go get a Light Fury. She is beautiful. She is
Light Fury. Like that Uncanny X-Men from Alex Ross.
Ooh, and Malavestros, because spooky season needs a underworld jester.
Third scale Iron Man from PCS, just to tempt Missy a little bit.
Yeah, he's so large.
He's big. He's a big boy. It's a lot of statue.
There's a lot of statue.
Oh,
TCS, stop making your stuff so big. Your stuff's too big.
I know. Like,
So
Too damn
tone it
big.
down a little.
my sparkly Iron Man did arrive, and he arrived on the one day that it was overcast, like in the last month, because I am taking him outside. I've seen all the indoor photos. I have seen nothing of
Oh,
the
you wanna
over in the sun.
see
So
him.
that is my goal this weekend: is to take him outside with like the real camera, not the phone.
Mm.
The real
Something-
camera that I still don't really know how to use.
Something your phone is very good for, though. Receiving SMS texts.
I was gonna do thumbs.
Side.show/SMS. Sign up now for our SMS alerts, notifications, exclusive discounts, and subscriber-only giveaways, which apparently go out on Mondays now. Because
Yeah.
I did get the one for this
They
week.
switcherooed. Mhm.
Yep.
I'm not sure what the timetable is
You're
anymore.
in. Nice.
But the current or future giveaway is the Xenomorph.
Current.
This is the big
Current.
chap giveaway will be going on right now. 6-scale figure by Hot Toys. Be sure you're signed up so that you get those notifications. You can enter to win your own. I just started Alien Earth yesterday.
Hey, I watched it the other day.
nice.
I
Is
only
it
watched
week
the
by
first.
week?
Only watched
Because
the first.
I can't week by week on stuff all the time,
Nice.
because then Alan just wants to binge on his day off.
It is weekly.
Okay.
The first 2 episodes dropped Tuesday, and now they're doing them every week.
Okay.
One a week. I'm only 1 episode in, but I really like it. I really like the direction they're going with it.
Sweet.
Nice.
I liked the little octopus eyeball.
No.
And then
I'm
I
intrigued.
really hated that octopus eyeball. Oh, that octopus eyeball.
No, I'm very intrigued.
I hope it gets what it's coming for. Ooh, octopus eyeball.
Really good show.
You-
Definitely recommend checking it out so far.
Nice.
I know one of our fellow coworkers, huge Alien fan, in anticipation for this, compared it to this could be the Alien franchise's Andor.
Oh, wow.
That's a very high compliment.
Yep.
Nice.
I believe he did get a little bit of
How
pushback.
did I not know Timothy Oliphant was in that show until I saw him in it? It's like, I didn't even know you were in this cast.
He's
That's
so
one of the main
good.
reasons I want to watch.
He's not a good blonde. I do not like him blonde.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
freaky.
The blonde is definitely a weird look, but acting wise, he's got a little a little quick monologue, real small monologue in the first episode that's really good.
Why blonde? I mean, he's gray anyway. Just be gray.
He's got to be a robot. He's a robot.
Robots
He's very
Hair.
Blade Runner. Blade Runner.
They're
vibes.
Silver Fox robots.
Spoilers, he's a robot.
Silver. I mean, that does make sense. Silver Fox robot. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
It's
that
fine.
tracks. Yeah.
There's
or
a
a
category of stuff.
Or a synth, yeah. There's all types of categories. It's a really cool premise. I'm really enjoying it so far. And
Sweet.
I want to see where they go with it.
Out.
Cool.
Yeah,
He's
he's a synthetic.
synthetic.
Yeah, sorry, I've only the first episode in, and I haven't mentally locked in the 3 different things that are in here. Yeah, it's like
No, I'm excited to watch it. I saw it pop up the other day.
Android, something else. Yeah, it's really good. Really good.
I've been distracted by. See, I'm already in like complete Halloween mode because I've already started watching like my horror movie. Well, not that I don't always, but and we have a whole list of things on the docket to watch, scary movie wise. And Jay Bull said it's worth a watch. I will. Well, absolutely. It sounds wonderful. So.
Oh yeah, I feel like Jesse, Aaron, and myself over this past weekend were just binging horrors.
Oh yeah, it's like I've gone and I need to get to the theater
many.
this weekend to see at least one of the ones on the list, either Together or Weapons. I need to see one of those this weekend for sure. But yeah, you, me, and Aaron have been on a early kick this
It was
Halloween
like,
season.
oh yeah, this movie is really good. It's like, oh yeah, just watch that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then we were watching. Yep, that's very true.
My plan for tonight or tomorrow is Monkey.
Yes, Aaron.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Oh, I've read so many good things. And it's the first thing that pops up on my Hulu Dash. I'm like, I know. I don't have time for a movie right now. I have to wait. till
Wait,
the-
which one? Sorry, I was
Monkey.
reading Aaron's comment.
Stephen King.
The monkey.
Oh yeah.
Elijah Wood doing I don't know what.
He's a very
Elijah
small part.
Wood.
He's a very small part. He's satisfying, but he's a small part. But oh yeah, that movie is, if you just want like just a shut your brain off kind of gore filled
Yes.
horror ride,
To be
all the
fair,
way.
I did that last weekend with
Monkey all the way.
Bloodlines.
Yeah.
and Final Destination. Horrible. Just so.
Oh, that's fun. Oh yeah, I
Great
think
stats.
my mom was watching that, and I like peeked in on her. I was like, "Are you watching Final Destination?" She's like, "Yeah, what is this about?" And I was like, "Death." And she's like, "Huh,
Roller
the
coasters. It's
kills
about
aren't
roller
very
coasters.
realistic."
Roller coasters about what a wheelchair could do under the right circumstances.
Dude, that was wild. Yeah,
Had something like that not just happened in real life, because it did, not with a wheelchair, but with a very big chain on someone, not to that extent, obviously, but
yeah,
I would watch some gore. It's gory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
Well, yeah,
monkey is
but, like-
very much in that vein. Very much in that vein, I would say.
Oh,
You will
we
get
did watch that.
Final
We ended up
Destination-
watching that.
You'll get Final Destination vibes strong when you watch the monkey.
It's a good one.
It's all right.
Highly
If it's
recommend.
Stephen King, I'm gonna watch it and enjoy it, no matter how
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
or not great it is.
Yeah, so we're all gearing up for that. All those
Aaron.
horror, all the great horror coming our way soon. Sorry, Mike.
Nah,
We'll find something.
Whatever.
We'll find something good. We still got
Mike's like, I'm used to your crap by now. Just
Yeah.
whatever.
the horror is coming. For now, we can still just sit in the Turtles fandom
Yeah.
rewind phase. We've really
Yeah.
indulged some Turtles over the last few weeks. Before we jump into Last Ronin, I do want to point out one thing. This is just a personal thing, honestly. If you didn't see yet, yesterday, Howard the Duck
Oh my gosh.
Howard the
premium
Duck,
format went up for pre-order
Ah.
for the amazing price of
Yeah. Yeah.
$240 plus tax and shipping for the Howard the Duck premium format, and he looks
Look
worth
at him.
every single penny. I love
Yeah.
the Squirrel Girl reference there on the
That's
paper.
the other thing. It's right there.
Yeah, that's Missy. That's Missy's thing
But
all
I
the way.
already know how he's going to be tilted. I just have to rearrange a couple
Oh
things in the kitchen because he's going next to the coffee pot.
Yeah,
Look what
1000%.
Jaybold just said. Jaybold said,
Perfectly.
"Yeah, this may be my first Sideshow statue."
Do it.
That is awesome
Do it.
because we were Jaybold yesterday. We were all discussing it, and we were like, "Holy crap!" Like the price
Mhm.
point is incredible. It is a duck. I already told everyone my chickens want it, so how can I say no? It's so freaking cute.
Listen,
Like I can't handle
I love
it.
just how just absolutely grumpy he looks.
yes,
so
that is-
grumpy.
it's morning me.
But then also like the
Yep.
detail on his duck feet is
Look at
really
his
well
little
done.
tail.
He's got a little tail.
Little duck butt.
He's
Love
over it.
Oh.
He
in
is.
general. So
love it.
that's the
We're
thing.
all-
And I love the coffee cup. Like I
Yes.
love that little detail. He's crossed out dad,
Mhm.
put duck. Like it's so cute. Like it's such a fun design.
Who
So
is Turnip Man getting to the root of the mystery?
Dude.
That's what I want. That's what I want on my statues. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for that.
his little feet. Oh,
I'm
man.
really
On his
upset
feet.
that it doesn't come
Statue
out until
puns.
next year. Like, legitimately upset. Like, I've wanted the bee statue and I just can't pull the trigger right now. But this, I put it in the cart, I applied my rewards, and I was like, why is it next year?
Yep. I would take
Yeah.
this right now.
Mhm.
But it is up for pre-order right now. If you'd like to check it out for yourself, go to side.show/getducked.
I didn't
Inappropriate,
see your
Rob.
short link
Inappropriate.
yet.
What? Get a duck.
It's so good.
Oh, Rob wins the day and the week.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You
go check
are.
it out.
Thank you, sir.
Resting duck face. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
I just like that one too. definitely check him out. He is worth it.
Well,
He's a
thank
nice
you,
gateway
Rob,
piece.
for-
He'll get you started small,
Yeah.
small, affordable statue. And before you know it, you'll be buying maquettes and
Mm.
my
I didn't
legendary
start
scale.
It's a gateway
We'll
duck.
get your money. Don't worry. We'll get your money eventually.
I started on that Iron Man train where it's big and lights up, and they're just
Uh-oh.
testing. They're just testing.
Okay.
It does it like once a month, and it just picked right now.
My first
Which is good.
statue was the Avengers Assemble Thor. So I started at the 5th
Ooh,
scale.
nice.
So it was a little smaller.
Yeah.
Although it really was not a small statue.
Is any statue really a small statue?
Those 10th scales, probably.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have.
Yes. Got
All
those
right,
little
I have a
guys.
Thanos 10th scale,
They're-
so it's not
they're good
accurate
size.
as to what a 10th scale should be.
Fire. Well, no, I'm glad you gave Howard a little shout out. I know when we all first saw the announcement, we were like, Howard the Duck, that's an interesting choice. And then now we all want him, and
Yeah.
we will probably all end up getting him because he's such a fun design. The price point is so like he's affordable, he's adorable. Like you can't.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
Not going to be a huge size commitment because, like we saw in one of those images, he's roughly 11 inches tall. It's a.
I was doing.
You got a circular base. Nothing's spilled over that base, so you don't have to worry about. As long as you can fit that base in, he should be perfectly fine. Yeah. When you start getting into the advanced statues, like not that anyone can see, I got Hawk Girl sitting right here. You have to really like put the base and then account for how much she's
wings.
leaned
I have
away
one
out.
statue with wings. She's in the box right now because there was nowhere to put her. She was out for like a year, and she had to get swapped out for a bit.
These wings are a real thing for me, hanging right over my screen.
Wings make you appreciate like Man-Bat and Archangel and more compact wings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody thinks they want wings all spread out and majestic. No, you don't. You want wings tight.
You don't.
You want tight wings.
Yes.
Yeah. You want
like gargoyle wings where they're nicely folded and neat.
That's one of the reasons that Hawk Girl ended up where she is now, because she used to be back there, and it was really hard to find an angle where you could like get a good view on her, but the wings weren't something or covering someone else up. So like having her right here just by herself takes up a big chunk of my desktop. But I got files, we got papers on a computer.
Statues and shoes. That's what Rob's got.
Yep.
Statues and shoes.
There's toys everywhere here. I have enough room for my mouse pad and my drink. Everything else
I understand that.
But that's enough of that. Now it's time to talk about what we really came here to talk about. The Last Ronin.
Oh, some ASMR. Gotta tap it.
Why'd I even bother getting a picture of this if we're all just gonna hold it?
Well, your picture.
Well, look how cool it looks now, Mike. Look
it does.
When do we all match?
And look at the gloss.
This comic book series that we all read. Mike had been asking us for a while. Before we do start, I did want to ask, Mike, did you read this? You didn't read this before now, right?
No, I wanted an excuse to buy it. Yeah, I just wanted to buy it.
And same. I'm with Mike. I didn't own it, and I hadn't read it until this because I knew I would want stuff, and I do.
Same. And also, I'm mad at all of you.
Yeah, I had not gotten around to this. Obviously, I knew of the story, kind of knew the general overarching idea of it, especially when we had when PCS put out their Last Ronin piece a couple years back. I was very curious about it. Now, having read this, I'm very mad that I didn't just jump on and grab one of those. They do have, this is the 10th scale version, I believe, right? 110 they're doing that.
No, that's the big boy. This is the big boy original.
Oh,
this is currently waitlisted.
Okay.
So that's the big boy. But if you want a more manageable, this is currently available for pre-order.
And that looks so freaking good.
It does.
It's cool that you did both, Mike. Like the comparison, like they both look incredible. It's just this is, like you said, more manageable.
Oh, way more manageable, because we saw the other one in person a few times, and it was a size commitment. Beautiful statue, but you did have to look at it like you were getting 4 quarter scale statues all in one.
Yeah.
Man, I want to cosplay this. Like that's what I was saying as I was reading this. I was like, their costumes are so epic in this story. Like I love how they're dressed. Like, oh man, your problem.
Oh no, this
sick.
Is this waitlisted as well?
I mean, if you have all the space in the world, you can have this. Yeah, it's also waitlisted.
Yeah, that one.
But they convert all the time, so get on it. You never know.
Have you noticed that? It's been crazy lately.
Yeah.
That looks incredible.
What's the last one you have there?
And there's the Iron Studios.
Oh, that's
the Iron Studios, smaller one.
Is this one?
It's also
available?
waitlisted, but you never know. Get on it.
I mean, I'm glad.
The waitlisting is incredible.
But also upset because, like I said, one of the reasons that I haven't jumped into more Turtles recently is because it starts this crazy obsession with toys. I go back and I buy older toys that I used to have. I buy new toys. It just becomes a problem. But
it becomes a problem.
Oh, yeah, it does. It does. I have a problem. I know that.
Did anybody else go to McDonald's this week, or was it just me?
I was next to one yesterday. I did not go, but I'm planning on trying to weasel my way in there.
I thought I wanted that one, Rob, and then I was so excited because it's Leo and she's green and not white because she's always white.
Yeah,
And
the worst part is when you buy 2 Happy Meals at the same time and you get the same toy.
Oh no!
A grown adult who bought 2 Happy Meals and got the same toy.
That's when you stay there, open it, and say, "Can I have a different one?"
Can I get a different one, please?
I've done that more times than I can count.
So yes, I did.
Oh yeah,
that's when you wait by the door for small children to come in and go, "Hey kid, you want to trade?
You want this one?"
And then you get the cops called on you.
Parents are like, "Get away from my child."
Oh, Shannon's got 3 so far.
Nice. I can only eat what. This is it. One is fine. Little Mikey from our last watch because found him for a happy $4.
I keep searching for those at my local, but
that is the cool stuff. The great way to segue into the story, because Last Ronin, if you haven't heard, is the story. Spoilers from here on out from Last Ronin. We're gonna spoil the crap out of this thing. But also, I don't think any of the spoilers really hurt because I knew most of the big kind of things going into the story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does not take the sting off.
No,
actually reading. No. But Last Ronin is, if you aren't aware, the story of this is Michelangelo, the last of the brothers still alive, and it's all focused around. Well, I can't say it's all focused. It's mostly focused around him and him trying to take down. Was it Oroku Hiroto? Mm-hmm. Who is the son of Oroku Kari, who is the grandson of Orokusaki Shredder. Mm-hmm. And that's how long the Turtles have been around, and it's their final kind of matchups, but it mostly focuses on Michelangelo dealing with being the last turtle and trying to live up to the ideals of his family, his brothers, and Splinter.
I mean, it's the Dark Knight with Ninja Turtles.
There you go.
It's a big bulky turtle that constantly berates himself and kills a guy in a mud puddle. It's the Dark Knight. Ninja Turtles. I mean that in a good way. It's not a bad thing. It works.
No, it worked.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I love, because I also knew, I guess, the spoilers, for a while. And I agree, it doesn't take away from reading the story at all. But I do love that it is Michelangelo who is the last one standing, just because of his, growing up with the Ninja Turtles. I would have never thought that he would be the last one standing.
Right.
He's the goofy one, the fun one. In all the adaptations that I'm always used to. So the fact that you do get to see him and read him, he's this very different Michelangelo, and that makes it. You can really tell all that he's been through, because for me, I know Michelangelo.
Up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's completely.
And he beats himself up the whole time for being the fun one. Well,
yes,
his brother's
exactly. So I think that was a wise choice in which turtle was the last Ronin.
I agree. From a storytelling perspective, making Michelangelo the last one, it is the best story decision you could have.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, the kind of one that's always played things light, has never been taken as the serious one, is left with all of this burden on him. And that's where it opens up. This opens up, what is it? I think it's five issues technically.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the first issue is called Wish for Death. And it is Michelangelo making essentially a suicide run at the Foot Clan.
Yep.
Literally the next panel, this gets pretty dark. So
yeah.
And
he hints at it later that he knew he was not going to really get to Hiroto on that run. He was done and he was going for it. He gets pushed out of a window by a large robot, takes a huge fall, gets brought down to the sewers where he's kind of nursed back to health. But during that time, we get this scene, which is just this whole book has moments that are just soul crushing, like genuinely evoke emotions, and this sets one of those up because he lays out his brother's weapons, his weapon, and is just kind of lamenting the fact that he is the last one, and then he attempts to commit seppuku. He tries to end it with Leo's broken sword. And
which, ouch.
Yeah.
What a choice.
You get the whole scene. And it is dark. And then right as it does this great thing where you see his vision kind of going black as this woman rushes in and they show the flat line, the little EKG symbol, and it flatlines. And then it doesn't get better because it switches to this golden toned panel where the turtles are back, they're teens again. And he's waking up and they're all just talking like they would have been, very like when they were more carefree, the younger days of them all. And he's confused, and then he wakes up and the first person he sees is April O'Neil. And
which is wild.
Yeah. And so you get the reveal that it's Michelangelo right in that first issue.
Yep.
But those gold-toned images like hit me just as hard as the red-tinged moments, because it was just such a quick change. Like, oh no, it sets up early this book that it's gonna mess with your guts. It's gonna mess you a little bit.
Right, and with April, they pull an Obi-Wan, man, because 16 years was not kind to that woman.
No.
What are you talking about? April's in great shape. She's in great shape. She's in great shape.
I'm like,
great.
Ooh, like your face tells a story, my lady.
There they are. Yeah,
I was less shocked by her missing limbs than I was by just the look on her face.
Yeah. And you see the golden hues.
And that's this is a great comparison, just because like you do see, like, because in these scenes, I mean, you're like, aw, and then in these scenes you're like, oh no, no.
And
the
book as a whole does this frequently. It switches art styles to either showcase a very particular emotion or time period. Because this book the story is told with a lot of parallel timelines. You're getting bits of each story as we progress, and you're learning more and more about what's happened to everybody, and that's why that ends with him being called Michelangelo. And then we go to the next issue is called First to Fall, and even just reading that, I was like, son of a bitch, right? We're going into this right now, huh? We're just gonna do this.
I knew who was going to be the first. Like, I knew immediately.
You knew who? Yeah, you knew who it had to be.
Oh,
it had to be.
Yep. Our boy.
We got our flashback to Casey Jones. I'll say Casey Jones.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Casey Jones in April. This is a flashback. They don't really tell you when things occur. It's either now or then. Now or then. And then there's a separate time period that doesn't get designated as a time, and it's told that period is distinct because it has the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
which I loved. This was one of my favorite elements of this. Was incredible. Like, what the first panel I saw with that original artwork, I was like, damn, this was a well planned, beautifully constructed story.
And that art always kind of signifies that you're in the time period between now and then. Those are all the things that occurred between those two periods.
And Steve, I agree. The time jumps at first, you were like, wait a minute. I had to go back and forth a couple times until I really got a groove for it. But it worked so well.
Yeah, because they don't make a huge deal out of it most of the time. It'll be just a very small.
Yeah.
Now.
Tiny little box.
Then.
Yeah.
So you got to use little context clues. But then once you start familiarizing yourself with the different, they're using art and color to tell you when things are. So the now and then doesn't really need to be prominent because they're giving you other indicators.
Yeah, exactly. Which was just so beautifully done.
But yeah, we flash back to April and Casey preparing a dinner for everybody where they're going to announce they're engaged. And it's going to be a happy moment, which is interrupted by Raphael kicking the door down, busting through like a maniac, telling them to clear spots because they're coming in hot. And behind him, we see Splinter being carried by Donnie and Michelangelo. Raphael has completely destroyed the table to clear everything off. And they plop Splinter up there. Yeah, you really get the the urgency that Raphael comes in with that something is very bad. And then you are shown, oh yeah, something very bad has happened. Yeah. They were ambushed right as they left the sewer. Raph wants revenge immediately. Of course, it's go time. And they mentioned that there was a truce. They'd broken the Foot Clan had broken a truce that was brokered at some point in time with this attack. So Raph is furious. Leo comes in a little bit later because he was running recon to make sure everyone got home safe and weren't followed. As they're discussing now, or they're discussing taking Splinter to the doctor, they realize that Raph is already gone.
Yep.
They turn around and realize he is gone. And then we flash to April waking up, and that's when we see what Mike had pulled up earlier. Our first glimpse of a groggy April O'Neil missing her left arm.
And yes, Crystal, she is missing an arm and a leg. I saw that. Yep.
Yeah. And she attaches. This also leads into a really sad moment where she affixes her arm and then sees her leg is laying across the room. And then it pulls back to that wide shot of the room, and you see Casey Jones' bag.
No, stop.
And you just get a, hey, Casey, a little help here from April. And I was like, well, that's...
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
There was tear up like number 2 already. Okay. Like,
the first one was Splinter. Splinter got me. Like that hurt.
Yeah.
Like, when they bring him in when they're because they all, they have there's a whole scene with them talking about how badly injured he is. He is bleeding out, and they don't know what to do. Which is why they decide they're going to go to a doctor, and that's when they notice Raph's gone. And we get the flashbacks. That's sad thing. Then we see Mikey recovering in the sewers in now time, and he's talking to his brothers. This is kind of the first time we see him having like an actual dialogue with the ghost turtles. And that's sad as hell too.
Yeah. Yep.
And I love what they did there with the art too, because you see the rest of them they're faded. They almost blend into the background color wise. They're darker, kind of like lifeless, like they're missing something. And then you see Michelangelo over there, who they do also demonstrate. We learn later that their mutations are progressing.
Yeah.
And you can see it.
Yeah, which I thought was so interesting. Yeah.
Like you can see the
he's
difference.
Jacked. Yeah, he's a big boy now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And his age gets pointed out, which makes your head spin, and that's a whole thing.
Yep. And during this whole thing, Raph calls him out for trying to kill himself. Raph is very aggressive in all of these interactions.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Especially later on, he really goes. He really goes full throttle, and you're like, dude.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Which I mean, that leads your brain down a whole path of what's going on in Mikey's head, like, or in what has probably been going on forever in Mikey's head about how his brothers thought about him.
Yeah, absolutely.
All of his insecurities, everything that he's ever thought about himself is expressed through these moments.
Hurts.
And his brothers. Yeah, because they are at no point are any of them supportive.
Yeah.
No. Not at all.
They are all like
because you saw because my first thing was the statue where they all have like their hands on them and they look supportive, but they make it pretty clear he's haunted by them. He's not supported by them.
1000% like scary haunted. I mean
that PCS piece is very very misleading. Very misleading.
Liars.
Yeah, they should all be behind him with like knives because
would we call this a mental haunting? Like
yes, this is obviously, I don't think they're trying to imply that there's actually like the supernatural turtles going on.
Right.
This is just Mikey's
psyche is broken.
He's broken. And
Mhm.
all of his insecurities, everything he's ever thought
Trauma.
about himself, is
Yeah.
being expressed through his brother's voices in his head, which, you know, it's affecting him a lot.
Yeah.
Because he does miss them, but his only reminder of them right now
Yeah.
are just negative, constant hammering at him. And that's a sad part of this book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it
absolutely.
goes, it's the every few pages, there it is, and you're like, oh.
Oh God, they're back. They're talking to him again. It's not
Yeah.
good. It's not good.
Well, yeah, I mean, they do a fantastic job of
Yeah.
making his brothers make you feel like you're being haunted by the same demons as Mikey throughout
Yeah.
the book, because
Yeah.
when you see them, it is kind of like you're like, oh man, what are they like? What now? Like what now? So the writing is very powerful in how they are depicted in this story.
Yep. And the first what now one that we get, again, as we've been hinting at, was Raphael.
Yes.
Raphael makes his rush, his revenge rush, looking for was it Uruku Kai? And he's unhinged. He's not fighting smart.
Mhm.
He's
Oh
just
yeah.
going for it.
Mhm.
And
this art again gets even darker. It's a different hue. Like you see the like really dark tones of what's about to happen. And
and so
so
he
well
battles through everyone else. He battles through all of the little turd foot soldiers pretty easily and calls out Karai, the leader, who looks a lot like Elektra.
Yeah.
Yes, she does. That was my thought as well.
Very strong Elektra vibes from her. And they end up battling, and it's brutal. It is brutal. She is going at it. They end up falling in the water, and Raphael gets the kill stab into her back, and she gets him with that triangle blade just right up through his skin.
That was brutal.
And you see them both landing those blows and kind of floating apart. And then one of the last parts of that is Raphael, kind of like you see his hand and the sai just drifting down to the bottom of the water. Again, not light stuff.
No, not at all.
Light stuff.
No.
And then after that, though, that's when then we come back to now. April is helping Mikey kind of. It's the first time they've seen each other. We find out too in Did they put a full 16 years? 16 years since the last time they saw each other. So they had a little bit of catching up to do, a little figuring out to do, and then the woman that pulled Mikey to safety earlier comes rushing in, and we find out it's also Casey, not Jones, Marie.
Yep.
Casey Marie.
Casey Marie, this daughter of Casey Jones and April O'Neil, a character I didn't know I needed in my life. And I was like,
I know.
Well, this is wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was written with her little accent, and it's just made her adorable. Like she was an adorable little badass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, yes, there she is. Yep. Their daughter. They kind of break down. I don't know. Is this the point when they break down the parts of the city? I don't think they broke down the parts of the city, but she's the vehicle for like where New York is now. There's top, middle, and bottom. The rock bottom, as they call it, is the old street level. It's where the resistance is, kind of fighting the Foot Clan's oppressive regime. And she's a part of it, out there doing her thing. And she becomes a huge part of the story.
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
Pretty damn quick.
And happily, never annoyingly so. Like,
no,
it could have so easily turned into, shut up, go away, but it didn't.
No, she's a very well-written character, and but yeah, Rob, I like what you said.
She becomes Robin, essentially. She plays the Robin role.
Yeah. You do definitely see that for sure.
With some special
right
things.
down to her.
Right down to the top.
Yep.
Yeah,
that was the moment I was like, wait, when did this haircut happen? And then I love that that's actually addressed. Like, I think somebody just
why'd she cut her hair?
There was no reason for it, so they just make a really quick, hey, what happened there?
Yeah, because this is one of
I
those
like
things.
that too.
It does this pretty frequently. It'll give you a panel like this, and some things are changed from where you were in the story last time. And I
Yeah.
think she calls him Sensei after
Yeah.
this too, and you're like, what? And then we flash back and
Time
we
travel again.
We get kind of caught
Yep.
up and find all that out. But yeah, it was during that initial April meeting is when she asks him where he's been the last 16 years, and we flash back, and that's when we get the art that we were showcasing earlier, because
Yep.
that's really most of that art is Mikey's story
Mhm.
in the
It is.
missing
You
time.
never get the whole story at one
Mhm.
time either. Like
No.
it's
You get
they
little
come back to
pieces.
that conversation 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
Oh, we never
yeah.
finished. Hey, what happened?
Which is a cool way to do that.
Yeah.
It's like, so because the initial one is more how he gets away from the explosion,
Mhm.
that immediate after effect. We don't even know about the explosion yet. We just know that something terrible happened. This is what Mikey did immediately following that.
Mhm.
And during that time, he talks about walking into the mountain. He walks to the mountains. He almost dies. He just he gives up living. Essentially, he walks to
Yeah.
the mountain and lays down to die.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Finds out he's not going to die.
Yeah.
Damn
The
it.
Poor guy.
The spring comes and he's like, "I'm back, baby."
Pretty much.
I'm content. Then a gang comes along. He goes, okay, well, I guess I'll let this gang kill me.
He's like, wait, I'm still pretty angry.
Right.
Yeah. The gang jumps him, and he's mostly pissed that they don't have honor. It's like they don't have any honor, so he just beats the brakes off of them and is like, I'm gonna carry on from here.
Yep.
And then we see Splinter's. I don't want to call it I'm hesitant to call it a journal because it's more like Splinter's lessons.
Yeah.
It's like a guide. Yeah.
Yeah, and we see that Mikey's looking at the last page that just says "No peace," written on it. And Casey tells him that the resistance is going to help them. And the last thing that we see in this is April O'Neil pulling a robot head out of a safe.
Oh yeah.
Which,
Yep.
which again doesn't seem like a whole lot. Boy, does that pay off!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, does it pay off? Yeah.
And it's so
Boy,
cute.
Yeah. Like, you don't think you're like, okay. But then later in the story, you're like, oh crap. Well, good on you, April.
Nice save. The next issue you get is Fight or Flight. We have Hiroto being sworn in. This is a flashback. They don't really tell you is a flashback. You have to this is a context clues flashback.
Right.
It's when Hiroto is being sworn in as the master of the Foot Clan. So this is after Raphael has murdered his mother. Sorta, we find out. But his first act is to try and parlay with the Turtles, their clan. I forget what their clan name is, but he wants to set a parlay to set up peace. Yeah, and this is Hiroto. Cool character design. He feels sometimes he feels a little like generic blandy. But then they do switch outfits a few times. Like I like this. I like that look. I liked his for no reason shirtless cape running around. Yeah. There's no reason for this, and it's only for like a second in the book, but it happens.
I think
that looks
it's
just like
showing he is.
I took that as a nod to the original figure, the original Shredder.
Right?
Yeah.
But also,
which I love.
Why would he do that?
But it was like a 2-page
where he had
right?
no shirt for no reason.
It just shows he is not okay.
If you have it, flaunt it. You know,
he's got a complex that is huge, so that's going to be his downfall.
Oh yeah, yep. He has his mother. We find in some sort of suspended animation. She's in a little like cryo tube.
Very love-hate relationship there.
Yeah, that was a wild relationship. Like that you learned about.
You're like, he's sad. Oh well, nope.
Oh, he's not sad.
Actually,
he's not It turns out he's not keeping her in that tube in hopes that she'll get better.
Out of love, no.
It seems to be the idea to maximize her suffering and show her how great he is.
Yeah, I'm better than you, Mom.
Yeah, it's wild.
I didn't need you.
This is also when he almost kills himself by accident.
Oh, that was. I laughed at that part.
I did too.
I was like, that would be me. I'm like, I'm so badass, and then I'll trip off a building. Like 100% me.
Whoops.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
So we get that introduction
And get saved by a robot chicken.
Yep. We also see, I think, right after this scene is when he broadcasts to New York, because it turns out the Foot Clan has been running New York or controlling New York for 20 years, he says, I believe. And you get this, he just broadcasts a big hologram of himself declaring martial law until the turtles are found.
Like, who made this guy just like, I want to know what happened that the city got to the state that it's in, because this was just me diving in here. I don't know if stuff happens in comics beforehand. Like, I have no clue. Or are we just thrown into like a dystopian society like we are in a whole bunch of movies and you just don't ask questions and deal with it?
Yeah, I think we're just thrown into the dystopia here.
Yeah.
And after we do that, after we see the whole hologram image, is we get a longer segment of Mikey with his brothers. It's usually like a panel or two where they're talking to him, but they have a whole conversation for a while about Casey and whether or not she should be helping.
Right.
Yeah.
And they point out all of the parallels, not only between the brothers and Casey, but between the Orokus, Splinter, Shredder, and it's this whole thing about like just generational feuds, generational blood feuds that are just carrying on and carrying on, and it's kind of refreshing that they never like put like, okay, this is what really kicked it off. It's just that he doesn't know why he hates that clan. He's just been raised to. That's what he's raised. That's what he's born. That's what he's trained to do. Because they mention how the brothers are telling him that they're apprehensive of having Casey help take down the Foot Clan because she's only 16 years old. And it was like, yeah, she's 16. She's already going against the Foot Clan. What does that sound like to you, or what does that remind you of?
Exactly.
Yep.
And it's like, wow, okay. I was not expecting, like, they have a really great dialogue about that, just generational feuds and kind of being stuck in generational problems. And like, yeah, just blood for blood's sake in a never-ending spiral of violence.
Yeah.
And it's very well done. I was very, very happy with that whole dialogue. But then we flash back because, of course, we have to have a turtle die every issue.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, jeez. Yeah.
We flash back to the sewers, and they are getting invaded by robots we find out are being controlled by Baxter Stockman, who's trying to capture the Fugitoid or Honeycut.
Yes.
They're trying to capture him, and the turtles are defending. You don't really get a whole lot of context as to like what happened before. It's just, this is the battle. Here's
the thing that the dude's after.
Him.
Yeah. I was like, am I supposed to know who this is?
Nope.
And this gave us one of after this whole scene happens, the image that it lands on after it's all the big boom is done is there's no words. It just speaks volumes.
Yep.
And it is so powerful, like just in that one image, and the art in this book, like everything is wonderful in the story. The writing is incredible, the character development, but the art and how much is depicted, and like Rob points out, just different tones or different imagery. Like with this, you have Casey Jones' mask and Leo's sword, and it's an incredibly well crafted story.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect to be hit by Leo and Casey's
no
as much. Like I expected Raphael's my favorite turtle. Like, this is the one that's going to hurt the most. And they got him out of the way. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah. You thought you
good.
Were safe.
We can go.
Same.
Leonardo and Casey, because they are fighting side by side before that. And going back and forth. And you can tell they both know that they're not getting out. Like, they're not getting out. Their whole purpose is to delay, to stall, so that everyone else can get away, and that's it. And even though they know they're being overwhelmed, they're still going at it, and they would still be fighting, except the robots get to Fugitoid, who says he will self-destruct rather than be captured, at which point Baxter Stockman's like, hey, my robots can do that too. Boom.
Kaboom.
Yep.
Kaboom. And that's about all you get from that. And then, as Jesse pointed out, we have that panel of just Leo's sword.
And then that's that.
Casey's
You're
mask.
just like,
and you're just
damn.
done. It's like,
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I sat on this just staring at the picture for a bit because I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like it it hits you. And same, Rob, like Raph was actually, like, because Raphael's my favorite turtle as well. That was actually it was actually the least painful because it just made sense, because Raph is an angry little being who just goes in and he rages and he doesn't really think. He's very emotional. And so for me, I was like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like for Raph, yeah, that sucks, but it makes sense. Like he's pissed, and
not for nothing, he's the only one that takes someone with him.
Yeah.
Or who takes a major player with him, I would say.
Well, yeah, I love how they did it. Both they're stabbing one, they're going out together. But his death made sense. Like,
which is great for that character. It's like you'd expect that, just the way you would expect this as being Leo's demise too. It was a heroic, selfless thing. He didn't die because he was out for revenge. He didn't die for anything else other than to try and give time to everyone else to get out. So we get that, and that's crushing. We see Casey, the new Casey, working some of her networks, occasionally fighting soldiers. They want to show you just how bad it's getting up at rock bottom. Then we have the conversation with April flashing back to her recovery, which is really short. It's just one page with that same art style, because it takes place in the in-between.
Well, I like it though, because you didn't need to harp on it. You know, she says basically, so this sucked. Like, I was mentally and physically completely screwed. Oh yeah, by the way, I was pregnant.
Yeah.
Not for nothing.
She is very matter of fact with that whole thing. Like, it was a lot. I've had to go through physical and mental therapy. And I had a baby.
Like,
wow.
But this sounds weird, but I like that, even though, I mean, it seems that in New York, the world's pretty much constantly in a state of ending, with this whole thing going on, that she still went to therapy. Like, I thought they didn't harp on it. They didn't make a big deal out of about it in any way, but it's just like, hey, by the way, take care of yourself. Your brain and your mind are very important, because you don't know what's coming next.
April comes out of this story as one of the, if not the strongest character. Just is like resilient, like you wouldn't believe, smart, tough, always on top of everything. Like April's
and they also did that, like with the pregnancy. I like how nonchalant they were with the pregnancy. She's like, oh yeah, no, I was pregnant. No big deal. Like, but she does come across as such a, like, resilient is a perfect word to describe April in this story. Because, like, I mean, so much happens to her, like by arm, by leg, like all this, like she's losing body parts while creating a tiny human, and she's just like, I had to go through therapy, but it's life.
It was all good.
Right after my partner, and as far as she was aware, all of her friends.
Yes.
Because she doesn't know that any of them survived.
Right.
Like, it's a shock when she sees Michelangelo earlier on. She'd written them all off.
I think she's so matter of fact too, because she knows she's got, a part of Casey is gonna live on, and she's got to have her mental and physical faculties about her to have
take care of
her family.
Take care of the new Casey. So after she kind of goes, and again, just like we're saying, this is only like a page. This is just a 1-page shot of April's backstory. And she then just immediately goes right back and asking Mikey to continue his story. And we see him right after the explosion, kind of getting all the weapons from his brothers, or from the lair, and just piecing out, grabbing everything he could, because he couldn't find anyone. So his goal was to try and find, because he's under the impression, I believe, that Splinter and Donatello are still alive,
Yes.
and he wants to find them. So he
Yeah.
grabs all the weapons and he's like, I'm out. Gonna go track them down. And then it almost jarringly cuts to what feels like Normandy.
It does.
it's
Yeah.
it's where is it? I think it's basically this scene we jump to, and you see Mikey and Casey just pinned down, and taking fire. This is a brutal battle entirely. This is the Resistance is trying to take down Stockman, and they are battling his robots. They barely have a foothold on his island, and they need to get to his main wall, crack in there, and take him down that way. And things are not going well at this point for them.
This is also where we see the freaking it's like a turtle tank.
Oh
like,
yeah, the big tank.
So freaking cool. I was like, oh hell yeah, April! Like, what are you doing? Like when they revealed that, I'm like, man, it's a turtle van on steroids.
Oh yeah, I made a tank, by the way, guys.
Yeah, just
No big
in
deal.
my spare time.
I
was like, dude,
okay.
April is so badass in this story.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is when, like I said, and this is after we've seen her setting up the tank. This is one of those scenes where she calls him Sensei. We immediately flash back, and then we see the little training.
Yeah,
I'm glad that
montage.
I'm glad that they let that breathe a little bit more.
Yeah,
because like we were saying, the April flashback's only one page. The training montage is like six or eight pages,
and it's good. It's a very nice little panel. Like, I like it a lot.
Mikey and Casey having a whole dialogue. She shows him where she's training, and he starts watching her, and he's just like, "Yeah, you're not." Or I'm sorry, he just shows up while she's training because she's surprised. He's like, "Yeah, I'm a ninja, right? Quiet, it's our thing."
And she's just like throwing punches and kicks, and he's like, "No,
does not care."
Oh.
It's so well written, and it gives you the little bit of humor that you like so desperately need at that point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because while they're fighting, it is one of the more lighthearted kind of segments of the book is when they start training, because he's just blocking.
Yeah, like no effort at all.
No effort whatsoever. And he's explaining it. And that's part of the lesson he's trying to teach her too, is that you don't have to force everything. It's not about, like, not every victory is won through punches, he intimates.
With the important lesson of let the enemy tire themselves out.
Exactly. And then
this
got me misty-eyed too. That picture right there.
Oh yes.
That was such a precious moment.
I had sniffles. I had tear fall there.
It was beautiful because, like, you're as you're reading through these pages, it's about 3-page worth of the training. That's where we see like the ghost of Donnie saying, like, wonder why she cut her hair, and like you get that comedic, relief, and you're working through these pages, watching her struggle and watching Mikey be like, oh man, you're not very good at this. So you're hoping, you're kind of hoping to get, Mikey offer that help. So when that hug happens, you're just like, it hits you, like, because she's so excited. Like Casey is just overwhelmed with gratitude immediately because she views them as family. She's never met them, but she's known them her whole life. So it's an immediate connection, and it's so beautifully written. And it's just so precious.
The uncles she's never met. And she even tells him that because he's making fun of a lot of her techniques.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she tells him, like, well, I've never had a master. I've self-taught. Everything is self-taught. So that's why it is a very touching moment for her when he agrees to, like, I will train you.
Because she's like, finally, I can actually learn, like, from.
She calls him
it's beautiful.
Really great moments there. But then, of course, we have to go. You only get a little bit of that. We then see April asking Mikey to finish the story about Japan.
Yes.
Which was him, in fact, going to look for Splinter and Donatello. He finds the head of their clans, asks repeatedly where his brother and father are, and he's kind of getting, just come in, sit down,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he pushes it as much as he can. It doesn't seem like he's pushing hard, but they do. I love the way they put up in his thoughts. And he's like, I know this is not, because it's more of it's not that he's yelling. He's breaking their etiquette of the clan. He's being way too confrontational. He's not listening, but it's very subtle. It's you only know it because he pops up in his head that he feels bad that he's doing this. So then this leads me to one of them. I wrote this down because I hated how much it hurt. The guy tells him there are people, creatures, teachers, warriors, heroes, and legends.
Oh.
Your father, Master Splinter, was all of these.
Yep. Full on cry there. Not
and then we
cry yet.
So then we have to go. Yep, we have to go. We have to go back to the parlay that we saw Hiroto. This is the thing about this book. Like I said, like we've all said, there's multiple kind of timelines coming through.
Lots of bouncing.
They don't specifically say it, but you quickly learn this is the parlay that Hiroto had called for when he first took over the clan, because he wanted to meet with them and the Japanese version of the clan, of their clan. And that's what Splinter and Donatello were going to attend after they've been decimated. They still took the parlay because Splinter says it's the honorable thing to do. They do bring weapons because he does not trust them.
He doesn't trust them. Yep.
He makes that very clear. Yep. And then sure enough, he had no reason to trust them. It's an ambush.
Yeah.
And I love how much they gave Splinter the opportunity to just open up.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, there is the coolest one of my.
Yeah, he starts the fight by cutting 3 people's heads off.
Yeah, at one time, just
one shot.
That right there is such a cool piece of art. Yeah. Like I loved this whole segment, and again, the color is different. Like the hues are different, and they're beautiful. Like it's a very dark scene, but
it's played out
done beautifully.
It's played out in bright light. I think that's what makes a lot of the other kind of the brutal moments that we've seen are usually tinged with some other darker colors. This one is occurring in broad daylight.
That one too. I love that panel.
Just cutting the guy's head in half. He tells Splinter, this is how you know Splinter, like, he seems most angered by the fact that it wasn't honorable to ambush them. And once he understands that they don't have honor, he just lets it all out. He's like, we're gonna kill these guys now. So much to the point where he looks at Donnie and says, "No mercy, my son."
He did.
Yeah.
And then it was just all out chaos on a battlefield.
Yep. And they keep saying, because they're showing that Donatello and Splinter are just wrecking house.
Yeah.
Just destroying them. And they say, like, this isn't about skill. They've got numbers, but they are not skilled warriors.
Right.
And their backups late and
and so Splinter at one point says, "Don't worry, skill will win the day." Spoilers. It does not. Hiroto decides, since he is losing so badly, just to lob arrows.
Yep.
And to do it that way. Before he does that, there's some back and forth, and Splinter calls him out, calls him like, "Come down here and face me on your own," which Hiroto kind of does, but then stops short because he knows what he's about to do.
Right.
And then as the arrows are let loose, Splinter throws his sword right at him. Right in the chest. Unfortunately, the armor's a little strong, so he doesn't die from that wound, and the arrows finish Donatello and Splinter. And once again, we're left with just a panel with Donatello's bow staff riddled with arrows.
Yep. And sad people standing there, and then you're like, "Okay, my heart."
And Steve mentioned I wasn't ready for Splinter's brutality. Yeah, that was that, because usually if you've grown up with Splinter, he's usually quite calm, and this was I loved it because I wasn't expecting it. Like he's such an angry, like the facial expressions that they give him. He is. He's very ruthless. But man, I loved it. I loved that they gave this to Splinter, where he just totally kicked ass, and it was very, very, very powerful. And the arrows, like, again, the art is incredible. Like, I love just the arrows in the armor and in the shell, and how they, depicted that. Again, done incredibly well.
Yep. And then so that's the flashback, is Mikey's kind of finishing up that tale about, I mean, essentially, well, he's finished up his story, and then it's never really clear who's telling the stories of how each one of the turtles dies. We just kind of get to watch them. So after we get all that, Mikey grabbed the bow and Splinter's journal and leaves Japan to come back home. And then we flash back to the Normandy battle for Stockman. It is not going well. They make progress. They get pushed back. They make progress. They get pushed back. And then April shows up in her tank, fully outfitted.
Yes.
She'd been driving it across the bottom of the river to get
and
there.
got stuck, I think she said.
Yes, she got stuck.
Got stuck in the river. Yeah.
Obviously. It's a heavy tank.
Tanks don't go through water. She has Honeycutt's head with her. As she breaches Stockman's defenses, she does install him into his system. April gets a moment to sock Stockman as hard as she can. This is for her family, or this is for Casey. I think she specifically says, like, this is for Casey.
I think she said this is for my husband. Like, I think she really was. Oh.
Yeah. But she does get that. He swats her away, but as he looks up, there's old Fugitoid Honeycutt, whatever his full name is, plugged in, and he repeats his line from the first time we saw him.
You shall not pass. Which I love. I made a note of that. And I was like, oh, and I love that he says it again right before stuff happens.
He's like, I just woke up, but I don't know what's going on.
I know how to handle this, and fries Stockman's systems. Absolutely erases him. Yeah, erases him from existence. And all of the nanobots, and they show are like, okay, the robots that the Foot's been using to oppress New York City, all the nanobots, everything is now under Honeycutt's control, so everything kind of calms down. It ends really quick.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Like, okay. We just got, I think that was more focused on the Splinter and Donatello segment, and then they just kind of like, okay, had to wrap that issue up. Then we get the final one, the last Ronin, and it feels weird for where they start, because the whole thing is they're trying to push through quick. They need to hit Stockman's base, take that out, so that then they can go attack the Foot Clan, and the Foot Clan won't be ready for them. That's what you expect the plan is. So after that, the very next panel is really just Mikey thinking things through.
Right. I got to do this. I got to do this. Let's get this done.
He looks so cool too. Like his design. He's so big and bulky and beefy, and he's just menacing, which is really. And I know that they talk about the mutations have changed him over time, and it's really cool to see that. Like, I love what they did with his design. I also love this little overall thing he has. I love all, like I said, I love all the clothes that they're wearing. That's a huge confrontation right there. That's Raph and Mikey get into it in this. Raph is an ass in this.
He's a total ass. They're trying to push him on. They're like, you've got Stockman down. You need to hit go now. Stop wasting time.
An important point though, before the last book, I think we just kind of forgot about it. April and Mikey have the conversation about Casey having some mutations.
She's a mutant. Because of how long April and Casey spent with the turtles, we find out that some of that mutagen has leaked into their systems as well. And Casey has been exhibiting things. Yeah. And April's like, she's.
Yeah, I was going to mention it. It just the time didn't come up.
Yeah.
Because they talk about that when they're talking about Mikey because his mutation is.
Yeah.
She mentions that his mutation has progressed. He's stronger. He's faster. He heals quicker.
Mhm.
Even he admits the fall out of the window in the first book should have killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't expect to live from that fall. But again, he's mutating and changing. So yeah, then Raph and Michelangelo get in a huge kind of blow up battle, and that leads to some really sad dialogue too, because that's basically Raph is kind of telling him like, we all did our part.
Right. What
We all
Right.
the hell did you do?
get out there and do it.
Mhm.
And Michelangelo tells him, he's like, it's his admitting, like he knows what they did.
Yeah.
And he doesn't feel like he feels that more than anyone else. Again, because all the brothers are just pieces of Michelangelo's
Yeah.
psyche talking to him. So it's the
Right.
realization that, yes, he is so defeated and sad because his brothers, his father have all gone and done things to affect this Foot Clan or done something. And he's just the last one left.
Mhm.
And it really seems to hit him in those moments. And he talks about how he's haunted every day, that he knows
Yeah.
what they did,
Yeah.
that he never forgets what they did. And he's just it kind of shows he's mentally preparing for a final push. Like he knows.
Mhm.
This
Yeah.
is
He
another
is
show. He knows
absolutely.
he's not coming back from
But yeah,
the
he's
assault on Hiroto.
he knows it's his
Right.
time. He
Mhm.
knows that it's his turn.
Yep.
And you really get those feelings, and you feel bad, and you feel sad, like, because he's dealing with all these emotions.
Yeah.
I like to think though too, even though the conversation he's having with himself is so harsh, that he's also starting to forgive himself, because if he weren't here now, then these people would all perish basically.
Yep. And it's again, this is why I think this is another reason why it was such a great choice for the story to make Michelangelo the last Ronin.
Mm-hmm.
Because you do always get the impression that Michelangelo takes things lightly. He's the unserious one.
Mm-hmm.
And then seeing him in this, it's like, no, he's keeping all of this with him all of the time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
It's always weighing on him, and it's so sad. And then as they wrap up their conversation, he's like, I'm ready to do this. You see him, it's just a little 3-panel where he has Splinter's journal. He opens it up. You see him write something in there, and that's that. And he goes on.
Yep.
Steve, that got me too. When he just told them all to get out of here and be done. And that was...
Yeah.
He knew he was going to
be
see
quiet
them again in a different kind of way. That's how I like to read that anyway. Like...
April finally tells Casey that she's a mutant, or confirms. Apparently, Casey has had some suspicion.
Yeah, Casey's basically like, "Hey, something you want to tell me, Mom?"
She like punches through bricks.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't be able to do that.
We want.
My hand should probably be broken.
I want to address this one, Mom. And then after we get that realization is when we finally see Mikey making his final push, and he does go on an epic run.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Setting explosives as he's going through, just runs through the Foot Clan. You don't see the battle with the human Foot Clan. You just see the devastation. Yeah, left in Mikey's wake. He talks about how, like, oh yeah, there's some skilled fighters in here, but when it comes down to it, they're humans.
Yeah.
It's like,
and they're soft humans too, because they haven't really had to do too much.
Yep. Yeah. He chews through them.
Yes, he does.
The only time he starts to run into an issue is there's a giant robot right outside Hiroto's office. I think they have a little bit of a battle. Nothing too huge.
Yeah.
You get some.
Oh, the one with wings. The like winged.
Like whoop, and he's done. Like you don't even know how he takes him down. It just happens.
Yeah. You get some he throws some robot crows at him, and he's like, what is this?
Shoot.
Get out of here, crows.
Get out of here. But then he gets into meet Hiroto, and we have some final. I don't know what these final fights are. Let me see what Mike got here. Ooh, the final fight.
You know, Instafix Terminator armor.
Yeah,
it reminds me of a Power Ranger.
There it is.
Yeah, Power Ranger mixed with some old school Shredder vibes.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty. Yeah, it's a sweet design.
And some Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
As Mikey enters his office, they have their little chat. Mikey tells him he's going to end Hiroto's family once and for all. Hiroto kind of points out that he's already ended Mikey's family.
Yep.
But then Michelangelo does say, he's like, no, my family lives on, kind of in the mutations. I think he's clearly referring to Casey, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That their shared mutations, my family will continue. Lines. Hiroto then stabs his mom. Because Mikey points out that Raph has taken down Kasai. She just,
Dude, it's unhinged, man.
Coffin thing, and it's like,
she's
bye,
gone.
Mom. Ha! I don't have any emotional ties.
Yep. He severs his last familial tie, which was something. And then then we see the full-on Shredder armor. They battle. That fight. It's a long fight.
Yeah.
They are
And
going
during
for-
this fight, the sewers are flooding, which is a whole
there's
thing.
a whole other game where the sewers are flooding, and April might be drowning, and Casey's trying to figure it out.
But we know they're safe. Like there was no urgency there for me at all. I'm like, this isn't their story. They're fine.
No. It was most of your energy in the final book is devoted to this.
Yeah.
This fight, which is filled with just great moments. This is a nano armor. Michelangelo finds out that it heals itself. They battle from the rooftops to falling down through water towers. My favorite part of it is as they're going through, Michelangelo at different points uses each one of his brother's weapons to inflict like
different blow.
To inflict a serious wound every time. The first one is Raphael. He does them in order. He does them in order. He does them in order their death. Raphael's the first one. He stabs in the hand. And he says, "This is from Raphael." Gets him in the gut with Leo's sword. And then when they're down the sewer, he gets the crack to his head with Donatello's staff. Each time saying, "This is from my brother. This is from my brother. This is from Donatello." This is from Leonardo. Which is again just heartbreaking through the entire time, but also like get him, give him that crap.
Yeah, absolutely.
They fall into the sewer. They battle through the sewers. Mikey is all messed up.
Like, he's suffering. He's in rough shape.
He keeps talking about how much pain he's in. He's moving slower. It's a problem
everywhere.
Hiroto fakes losing at one point.
Yeah.
Mikey's like, I fell for the oldest trick in the book.
Yeah.
I think was the line.
I give up. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Gut stabbed. I would also like to point out in that moment, Michelangelo was just going to bash his skull in with a sword. Great. He wasn't going to cut him with anything. He's like, I'm going to smash him.
Smash.
Oh, dear God.
That.
Yeah. He's going to beat that man with a sword cover. But no,
Steve said, I hated that punk move. Yeah, but agreed.
Yeah, they really want you to making you hate him.
Even more.
After that, they get in the tussle in the sewer and they're bust out there. And as Mike said, the final match occurs in a mud pit outside of a city where Mikey doesn't even really. Hiroto kind of kills himself, more or less.
It's the cockiness.
Yeah, and then Michelangelo uses the things and they cause an electrical disturbance in his armor, which then blows up.
Yep.
And you see Michelangelo looking down at Hiroto's body, which flips over to show that he's dead now.
Yeah.
He's floating face up, and then also he's like, boop.
Just so everybody knows, like we're gonna close this out. There's
He's face down. He's dead now.
Yeah.
He's dead.
He's dead now. But then, of course, right after that, Michelangelo falls down, gets to the shoreline and falls down. And we see Casey come out to rush by his side.
Yeah.
So much sadness occurs there. As he's dying, he gives her Splinter's journal, telling her that everything she needs is in here, but the last lesson is from him. She flips to the last page. He is turned no peace NO peace into KNOW peace, and then we kind of fade away.
Yeah.
And then we get the last 2 pages.
They're so beautiful. Well, yeah, because you go from this, and then you have the flat line again,
flat
which
line
I
again.
love how
Oh,
they.
and that is when
Yeah.
this
It's like,
Yep.
Yep.
see this.
yep.
It won't be as bad, I promise. But there were snot bubble. Reading,
Oh yeah, you go.
you will get a more visceral reaction than watching something. And
Yeah.
I was a mess at 10
Oh,
o'clock this morning.
Yeah, there. Like I said, I was when Missy had said that, I'm like, I'm so glad, because there were several times in this book where I was tearing up reading it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to keep, like, do I keep pushing on, because
Yeah.
So the last page, once we get to that got me.
Yeah.
The very last page.
Oh
Yeah.
There is the final panel of the book, because the last 2 pages, after we see that flat line, we get the kind of this gold hue
Yeah.
reality again, where they're more teenagers. They're back in the old lair. Mikey doesn't understand it at first, but they just start joking like they did back then, and they just go out into the city. Like you would see the classic Ninja Turtles jumping off of stuff, having fun, joking with each other as they go. They get up to this rooftop, and sure enough, Casey is there, and then Splinter. And there you go. Smells like home. The end.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then just let the crying begin.
Continue.
Mm-hmm.
I was very pleasantly surprised that there was a little epilogue.
Well, yeah, that's what got me. This
Yeah.
So precious.
You get a 3-page epilogue where you see that Casey is pretty damn good at training now. She's definitely advanced. She is working her stuff, and she goes back, and they have 4 turtles that they are growing.
She says, "I have so much stuff to teach you." I know. And that I was like,
more.
Yes, exactly.
And the other thing I loved about the epilogue is you only see April. You see the back of her head. The panel though where like Casey's kissing her cheek, like she just it's a drawing, and you can just see like her everything about her is more relaxed, and
she's calmer. Like
it's just it's one stupid little panel that and she's saying I have a lot more stuff to do, but there's peace, there's happiness there, and just
even in this little shot of April, like you see her looking at Casey, like she's like so proud, and all of the emotions are so beautifully depicted throughout the entire book. But after such an emotional roller coaster, landing on that last page where you have Casey looking down at 4 little turtles, saying that she has so much to teach them is such a nice palate cleanser after such a heavy emotional read.
I did not expect to emotionally respond to this. I was like, I know the story. Like
I've heard,
I know what happens, not the details. And goodness knows I couldn't tell you what clan had what name. And I was like, no, I'm not even in my brain. There's just going to be Clan A, Clan B. These are the good guys. These are the bad guys. I'm not retaining that.
Yeah, it was Foot and Turtle for me.
Yeah.
Turtle.
Yep. But I did not expect to just sob like a small child that dropped their ice cream cone will also be
I knew
sad
which I think is another reason I don't want to say I've avoided I knew it was a beautiful story without I had never read it. It's been on my to read list for a very, very long time. But I've put it on the back burner for several different reasons. I knew it would be emotional for sure. but I also have a very strong connection to the turtles. So I love that. Even like Adriana also mentioned, she said a girl in my book club knew nothing about the turtles. She said she sobbed at that panel and the ending. The fact that people that aren't huge turtle fans can pick this up and be emotionally affected is just such a sign of beautiful storytelling and thoughtfulness. And respecting these characters, where people who don't know the characters can pick it up and be affected. Like it's really impressive. Like it's a wonderful story.
Yeah, and it's something kind of small. I don't know if they're doing it intentionally in the book, but you hear so much more frequently. Usually it would be, oh, Master Splinter, Master Splinter, Master Splinter. Almost, I want to say throughout the entire book, the turtles just call him Father. Call him Father.
Yeah.
It's different when
it's a lot of that. This is so clearly grounded in like a family story. It just happens to be a really sad family story.
Truth.
But I wanted to point out this too. We were talking about April in the last panel versus when we see her. Like you can tell in that last panel, she is back straight, shoulders up, head up high, versus like this is when you first see her, and you can see her head's kind of tilted down. She's weighted. She's kind of broken in when we first see her, and then by the end to just see her full on. To just see her just full like perfect posture, standing, looking such pride in her daughter. Really, really great arc for her. Like
that, Rob. I like that you brought up that photo, because that is a great comparison with her journey in the story. Because also with all the other things I didn't expect. I mean, April O'Neil was never she's April, so of course I like the character, but she's never been like this. Like I'm like, hell yeah, April O'Neil. She's like my favorite character. So in this book, I was not expecting to be like, oh my God, April is such a badass, and I love her so. I guess I'm realizing this now. I think maybe that might be the most impressive takeaway because it made me love a character and respect a character I've always known was there, but I just don't. It's April O'Neil,
right?
So she's not a turtle. She's not Splinter. It's just April. But in this, it's completely different. Like she is such a hero in this story, and the fact that they could do that is very impressive.
Well, like I said, I think that's the thing. The main takeaway, if you're watching us and you haven't read it, don't let the fact that we hit story beats obviously and went through it. If you haven't read it, take the time to read it, because like we were saying, we knew most of these spoilers going into it. We kind of knew the outline of the story, but the way it's told, the art that they use to tell it, the writing, it's just so well done.
Have a box of Kleenex next to you is all I'm gonna say.
It
even though you know what happens, it doesn't matter.
Steve, you never cared much for the human character. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I feel a little bit better because honestly, I never.
They're kind of
like whatever.
But
you're like, whatever. She's a reporter, cool. But in this one, it's completely different.
And that's the other thing too. This story gives every character that, if you're familiar with the Turtles or not, it gives all of those every character in this book has their moment. They give them all a moment, and for characters like April O'Neil, of course, they give her several, and it turns this character that was kind of two-dimensional into this really fleshed out, deep character. You're like, wow, there's a lot going on here.
I also really loved at one point how they did a little nod to Casey Jones from the live action film, how he does that whole line where it's like, the lesson is pain 101 and I'm your instructor, Casey Jones. And then he does the whole hockey not your thing, cricket. And it was such a little nod to, that first live action films. And I loved that. I love when they sprinkle in that little nostalgia for everyone who's been involved in these stories for so many years. But because as a kid I loved that scene so much in the movie, so it's it is burned into my memory. So when I read it, I was like, oh, I see what they're doing there. I love that.
I see what you're doing there.
And
the great thing about this. This is such a different tone from a lot of the other Turtles that you get.
Yes.
This is, again, very dark, very mature tone, but worth every single second you'll spend reading
Absolutely.
it. Highly recommend if you haven't. Go read The Last Ronin for yourself. Check it out. It's easy to find. It's a beautiful hardcover book.
It is.
The art's
Very
great.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You get some great little variant covers in the end there to look
those
at.
are so fun.
A lot of fun. Well, I'm gonna say a lot of fun.
Oh, I love this
very
one. This
good
one's
story.
great. That one.
Oh yeah. It's like the
It was
Rick
so
and Morty.
But I love that I got to experience this with you guys. Like, I'm glad I never read it. I'm glad that I held off out of fear of being heartbroken and buying a lot more things, because, you know, as a kid, I've mentioned before, Turtles was a big thing of mine. I didn't have a lot of friends that were into the Turtles when I was a kid. So it's cool to be where I am now and get to experience something like this with you guys and get to talk about Turtles with my now friends. So it was very special. So I appreciate it.
We've really been covering the Turtles this month.
I'm digging it. Keep it going.
It makes sense. It's the 35th anniversary of the movie. I was in the theater in 5th grade, and then went to Pizza Hut and got the turtle meal afterwards. Got my Vanilla Ice cassette. Like,
what a dream!
And Mikey was my favorite. And then
aw, that's cool. I love that Mikey was my mom's favorite because he was fun.
I like people that self-sacrifice basically and are very hard on themselves and
very critical of themselves. But that was The Last Ronin. I think my final thoughts again. I said, I'm beautifully drawn, wonderfully written. Cannot speak highly enough about it. Go check it out.
I'm gonna read it again. I'm gonna sit down and reread it, and incredible. And then I saw someone mention the second one was just as, like, I'm gonna dive into that as well.
Yeah, pick that up. Why not? Why not? But that's, I think, all we have to say for The Last Ronin. We went a little bit longer. It was a big story. It's a longer read than I thought when I first picked it up, because there are some very wordy segments, but it's worth every moment of it. Yeah. So as we said, we were kind of talking about the Turtles. I know I'm going to be catching the re-release of the Turtles in theaters. Is it this weekend? Is this weekend next week?
Yes. Yes.
In preparation for a discussion that we will have during Fandom Feud or Fandom Rewind, August 20th through the 22nd. Register now, side.show/Fandom Rewind. Trying to figure out exactly where we'll fit it into the schedule, or might be part of a wrap up or something. But we are going to just have a quick discussion about that 90s Turtles movie. Boy, that's a real gear shift.
Yeah, a little bit.
Which reminds me,
it should be interesting to have that. It's great timing with that being its 35th and 35th anniversary being re-released.
That makes me very sad, because literally it was 10 years ago. It's fine. It's fine. Everything was 10 years ago.
Yep. It wasn't 35 years ago at all.
And I think about, I went with my little cousin and she was little, and now I'm like, oh, you're 40.
That's funny.
I'm gonna try and track down some of those old soundtracks from that.
Oh yes,
the old Pizza Hut.
I bet if I go to my parents' house, because there are still a few things there, I bet that cassette's still hanging out in the basement.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's down there for sure. But yeah, we'll be. Our final piece of Turtles media for the month will be the 90. Was it 92? I forget exactly when it was. I guess
90.
90.
Yeah,
90. 1990. Oh, God. Let's see.
That's when Lisa was born.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action movie for Fandom Rewind. After that, of course, we will be looking towards Best Timber, pop culture's best voted by you. I know we've done a Best Turtle before. I'm pretty sure Michelangelo won. So
he's a lot of people's favorite. So
he's got that going for him. But that'll be coming in September 17th through the 19th. Pop culture's best voted by you. Side.show/Best Timber to register. Be sure to check out Daily Deals, Sideshow/Daily Deals. New deal, new day. New day, new deals, however you want to work it. We don't have any turtles on there now, but who knows?
I sure don't.
I sure don't.
Because I can't remember.
I know. We're going to be teased something that I absolutely know nothing about and is probably not going to
Yeah,
happen.
we don't remember. There might be, but we don't remember.
Might be.
No.
There might
Sign
be.
up-
Oh,
Sign up for our SMS. Thank you, Mike. Sign up for our SMSs, side.show/SMS, notifications, exclusive discounts, and subscriber-only giveaways, such as this week's giveaway for the Big Chap 6-scale figure by Hot Toys. Go check that out.
Yep.
Watch Alien Earth, too. It's worth it. Play
Oh,
Phony
yeah.
Phantoms.
True.
I forgot to play Phony Phantoms. Side.show/games. Extra rewards weekly by completing challenges. This week's challenge, score 200 points and defeat at least, 175
Ah!
A lot of missies.
That.
That.
And you don't have to do anything to any of the other ones, apparently. Just
Nope.
Leave the rest of us alone. Just get a bunch of
175
missies.
175 bats. Good luck. I don't know if that's difficult. All right. That's all we have, though. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Missy. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jesse. Thank you, Mike, for reading the
Rob.
last Ronin.
Yeah, Mike, thanks for
Everyone
reading
for
it.
hanging out.
Thanks for Mike. Thank you for pushing for this for so long, despite the fact that I bought it and read it first. And then it was like, oh yeah, we should do that for the show because Mike's been telling us to for months.
Yeah, it was a great suggestion. We should do more of the. I really enjoyed sitting down and reading and discussing it with you guys. So,
I'd love to do Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
yes, please. I have it in my cart to buy because I don't have it yet. Can we do that? We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that.
I would like to do that. So we'll do that too at some point. Get ready. But we'll give it again. I like to give a long notice for those because people have to either just like order them or go get them and then read them.
Well, it's already in my cart, so I guess I'll just order it. So.
Yeah, strap in. We'll do that one soon. But that's all we have for today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Join us next week.
You guys.
Fandom Rewind. It's time for a bunch of games and giveaways and rewards and all that. Boy,
Really fun.
we got a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. So everybody, enjoy your weekends. We will see you next week. But until then, don't forget to let your geek side show. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Happy weekend. Bye.
Woo!